This building is going to collapse in the next 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1, fire!
The end of an era reduced to seconds of destruction. What you are witnessing is the demolition of the Mina Plaza Tower in Abu Dhabi, the tallest building ever demolished, according to the Guinness World Records. Every year, some of the tallest towers and largest megastructures meet their ultimate fate through the process of demolition. But have you ever wondered what makes demolishing buildings so fascinating and dangerous? From hazardous environments to massive explosions, demolition experts work tirelessly to bring down such buildings. But why are these giants destroyed in the first place? And who are the people risking it all to carry out these high-stakes operations?
Fire!
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on episodes about jaw-dropping feats of engineering. Demolition is a process that contrasts sharply with the time and effort it takes to construct a building, reducing years of work to rubble in mere seconds. Demolition operations are conducted for a variety of reasons, with illegal activity being one of them. While some structures are taken down due to unsafe conditions or modernization needs, others are demolished to address illegal construction. Buildings that violate zoning laws, safety standards, or environmental policies are often removed to uphold regulations and discourage further unlawful development.
The towers were found to be in violation of multiple construction regulations.
A striking example of this occurred in India, where a 32-story twin tower was demolished as a consequence of violating environmental regulations.
100-meter tall Supertech twin towers will be razed to the ground after a 9-year-long legal battle.
The court found that the towers were built without proper consent from flat owners and failed to adhere to regulations. The Supreme Court of India ordered their dismantling to set a precedent for accountability. Outdated structures are another common reason for demolition. Buildings often lose their purpose or become hazardous over time, necessitating their removal to make way for modern, safer structures. The AFE Tower in Frankfurt serves as a compelling example of this. Standing at 116 meters tall, this once functional tower faced mounting issues over the years, with frequent elevator malfunctions disrupting daily operations. These mechanical failures not only inconvenienced occupants, but also raised concerns about the building's overall reliability. The situation worsened significantly in 2005 when a tragic accident underscored the growing safety risks. With its deteriorating condition and functionality no longer meeting modern standards, the decision was made to demolish the tower. Natural disasters are often a significant reason for the demolition of structures. Catastrophic events like earthquakes, floods, or fires can weaken buildings to such an extent that repair is not feasible. These disasters compromise structural integrity, turning properties into hazards that could collapse unexpectedly.
Government says the empty building is not structurally safe and they're worried about a possible collapse.
For instance, following the devastating earthquakes in Turkey, many buildings were declared unsafe and demolished to prevent further loss of life. Removing such damaged structures not only protects public safety, but also creates space for rebuilding and recovery, helping communities move forward. Land repurposing is one of the most compelling reasons for demolition, offering a chance to transform underutilized spaces into vibrant, purposeful areas. A classic example of it is this demolition. In Wuhan, China, on January 21, 2017, 19 buildings were brought down in just 10 seconds. After clearing the area, a new business park and a 700-meter-tall skyscraper are built at this place. This bold redevelopment initiative will create a thriving new business district. Such transformations demonstrate the potential of demolition to unlock the hidden value of land. For instance, an outdated factory might give way to a bustling shopping center or a well-designed residential complex, enhancing both the functionality and worth of the surrounding neighborhood. This process of renewal turns yesterday's spaces into tomorrow's opportunities, breathing new life into the urban landscape. Sometimes, economic realities make demolition the smartest choice. Take Texas Stadium, once the iconic home of the Dallas Cowboys. By 2010, the cost of maintaining the aging structure had far outstripped its value. Demolishing it wasn't just a practical move, it was a financially sound decision that saved millions of dollars in upkeep. For the same economic reasons, many buildings, public venues, and even manufacturing plants meet their ultimate fate in a similar fashion. Beyond the immediate savings, the cleared space opens the door for fresh development opportunities, paving the way for projects that could bring greater economic returns and revitalization to the area. Unfinished projects often present unique challenges, making demolition the most practical solution. A striking example can be found in Kunming, China, where a series of buildings stood abandoned for 8 years due to financial troubles that halted their completion. Over time, these structures were deemed structurally unsound, leaving no viable path forward. Demolishing them wasn't just a matter of safety, it was a chance to wipe the slate clean and make room for fresh opportunities. When it comes to dismantling massive structures, most people picture the dramatic spectacle of explosives reducing buildings to rubble. But explosives aren't the only way to take down towering edifices. One of the earliest and most iconic methods in demolition history is the use of wrecking balls. The wrecking ball technique, employed for decades, involves a towering crane wielding a massive suspended steel ball. The crane swings the ball with immense force, repeatedly striking a building until it crumbles. These wrecking balls range in weight from around 1,000 pounds to a staggering 12,000 pounds. Forged from fortified steel, the balls are crafted under intense heat and pressure, giving them their incredible strength and durability. Historically, the wrecking ball left an indelible mark on the demolition industry. Its earliest known use dates back to 1888 when the British metals company Henry Bath & Co. tackled the challenging task of dismantling the SS Great Eastern. This massive iron steamship was reduced to scrap with the help of a heavy metal ball hoisted and dropped repeatedly onto its hull, smashing the structure piece by piece. By 1993, the wrecking ball was described as one of the most widespread methods for large-scale demolitions due to its brute efficiency.
Video of the night now takes us to Meadville, Crawford County, where a 1.5-ton wrecking ball on the loose tore downtown apart.
However, the demolition world has evolved, and the wrecking ball, once synonymous with destruction, has largely been replaced by modern techniques. Hydraulic excavators and explosives now dominate the field, offering safety, precision, and efficiency that wrecking balls couldn't match. These advancements allow demolition crews to target specific elements of a structure with minimal collateral damage, reducing risks in densely populated urban environments. The practice of building implosion emerged in the 1940s, offering a revolutionary alternative to traditional demolition methods. This technique quickly gained traction, redefining urban demolition by enabling large structures to collapse inward with remarkable precision, minimizing damage to surrounding areas. Implosion is especially valuable in dense urban environments where space is at a premium. The process involves placing explosives with surgical precision to ensure the building crumbles within its footprint rather than spreading debris haphazardly. Compared to the slow and labor-intensive wrecking ball method, implosion is faster and more efficient. However, it's not as simple as it might seem. No two buildings are the same, and each presents its own set of challenges for demolition teams to tackle. A thorough structural analysis is the first crucial step. The goal? To bring the building down safely without impacting nearby structures. Take the demolition of the 16-story Macon Hotel as an example. The process began with meticulous preparation, including drilling holes into the building's columns and beams to house the explosives. For areas reinforced with steel, cut points were created to weaken the structure. Linear-shaped charges were then used to sever steel components with pinpoint accuracy, creating clean cuts vital for the building to fall as planned. For this project, the demolition team loaded 550 pounds of explosives into the structure. Each charge was connected using an intricate initiation system that required 7,000 feet of detonating cord. Once everything was in place, the detonators were clipped in, and the demolition team conducted a final safety walkthrough to ensure every line and connection was secure. Then came the moment of truth. After a countdown, a synchronized detonation brought the building tumbling down in a controlled spectacle of engineering precision. The advantages of implosion, such as space efficiency, minimized disruption, and rapid execution, have made it a preferred method for urban demolition, tailored for modern construction challenges and the evolving demands of city planning, turning even the most challenging demolitions into carefully orchestrated feats of science and strategy. While the implosion method is faster, top-down demolition stands out as a safer and more controlled alternative. One of its biggest advantages is its ability to minimize the spread of dust, reducing air pollution and safeguarding the surrounding environment. Here's how it works. A specialized machine is positioned at the top of the skyscraper. This machine operates on multiple levels simultaneously, performing tasks like dismantling interior structures, breaking down floor components, and managing debris removal. What makes this method unique is its descending approach. As work progresses, the machine lowers itself floor by floor. It tightly integrates with the building throughout the process, ensuring that no debris escapes. By the time it reaches ground level, the skyscraper is completely dismantled, and the surrounding area remains undisturbed.
And it's not disturbing the neighbors.
Top-down demolition showcases precision and environmental consciousness, proving that safety and control don't have to come at the cost of efficiency or effectiveness. Not all demolitions involve bringing an entire building to the ground. Sometimes, only damaged or outdated sections are carefully removed while the rest of the structure is preserved. This approach is known as selective demolition, a highly precise and controlled method that prioritizes accuracy over brute force. Selective demolition is less about destruction and more about precision. Unlike traditional demolition, which often relies on heavy machinery to level structures, this method is more like a surgical operation. Skilled professionals use advanced tools and techniques to remove specific parts of a building with minimal impact on the surrounding areas or the core structure. This method is especially effective for preserving the integrity of historical landmarks, repurposing parts of commercial buildings, or upgrading healthcare facilities where precision is key. With selective demolition, the focus isn't just on tearing down, it's on creating opportunities for renewal while protecting what matters most. Demolition work is anything but easy. It's a high-risk profession that exposes workers to dangers like falling debris, unstable structures, and hazardous materials like asbestos or lead. Sometimes demolition teams are called in during critical moments to prevent disasters from escalating. A notable example occurred last year when a container ship collided with the Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing it to collapse.
The Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed after it was hit by a container ship. You can see the dramatic moment that the bridge fell into the water. Right now, investigators are on the scene and search and rescue efforts are underway.
The incident tragically resulted in 6 fatalities and forced the closure of one of the busiest ports in the United States, leaving 4,000 port employees jobless and impacting another 15,000 Baltimore residents who relied on the port for their livelihood. Controlled Demolition, Incorporated, was brought in to handle the situation. The CDI team was tasked with an extraordinary challenge, removing a 600-foot section of the collapsed bridge truss that had fallen onto the bow of the crashed ship. Their work demanded precision and extensive safety measures. Preparatory pre-burning operations were performed to neutralize the stored energy in the truss components, which had steel elements up to 4 inches thick. To ensure the safety of the workers, strain gauges and other monitoring devices were installed to assess the truss's stability before continuing. CDI's objective was to create a 60-foot gap between the ship and the debris, carefully using 162 linear-shaped explosive charges. Their meticulous planning and expertise led to a successful detonation, with the bridge truss safely rolling off the ship as intended, without further damage to the vessel or its cargo.
5.
The risks demolition workers face cannot be overstated. A compromised structure can collapse at any moment, putting lives at immediate risk.
Where an unexpected collapse killed a demolition worker and shut down several blocks.
This was evident in the United States, where 78 construction workers lost their lives in demolition-related accidents in 2020 alone. The situation is even graver in underdeveloped countries. While exact numbers are unavailable, videos circulating online often reveal unsafe working conditions, with workers relying only on their own vigilance and lacking even basic safety equipment. Without formal training, these workers are left vulnerable. Although certifications and specialized courses exist, workers who barely earn enough to survive cannot afford such opportunities, increasing their risk of accidents and injury. On top of the physical and safety risks, demolition workers are often underpaid compared to the demands of their jobs. As of January 2025, the average annual salary for a demolition worker in the US is around $38,731, or roughly $20 an hour, with some earning as little as $33,000 a year. Companies have even been caught illegally underpaying workers. For instance, between 2019 and 2021, BJA Renovations Corporation was charged with withholding over $140,000 in wages from workers on public school projects in New York. While the mandated hourly rate for hazardous work was between $52.70 and $74.70, the company reportedly paid just $35 an hour. These financial and safety disparities highlight the challenges demolition teams face worldwide. Despite their critical role in maintaining public safety and infrastructure, they often work under conditions that fail to match the immense risks they take every day. While governments may or may not fully address the challenges faced by demolition workers, technology continues to revolutionize their field and enhance safety. Advanced equipment and cutting-edge demolition robots now allow teams to handle hazardous tasks remotely, keeping them far removed from potential dangers. These innovative tools not only improve efficiency, but also ensure that workers can complete high-risk jobs with minimal exposure to harm. A prime example of technological breakthrough in the demolition industry is these remote-controlled demolition machines. They are equipped with various attachments for tasks like loading, sorting, and separating debris. And they feature continuous rotation capabilities for efficient operation. These groundbreaking tools let operators manage demolition activities from a secure distance, significantly reducing injuries caused by flying or falling debris. They outperform traditional methods, delivering more accurate results. This technology not only safeguards workers but also elevates the overall effectiveness of demolition projects. Complementing these innovations is hydro-demolition, another remarkable technology reshaping the demolition landscape. Hydro-demolition uses high-pressure water jets to remove concrete with unmatched precision. Unlike traditional methods, it minimizes dust and noise, creating a safer and healthier work environment while avoiding structural damage to surrounding areas. This method excels in projects requiring delicate, controlled material removal. Today, the demolition industry benefits from cutting-edge innovations, including specialized high-reach excavators and their advanced hydraulic extensions. These tools are not only more powerful, but also prioritize operator safety by enabling remote control and reducing hazardous exposure. Advances such as diamond wire saws, which allow for the clean cutting of concrete, and explosive fragmentation methods for large-scale demolitions further underline the industry's modern capabilities. Drones revolutionize demolition by enhancing safety, precision, and efficiency. They perform detailed site surveys, create 3D models, and capture high-resolution imagery, allowing teams to plan demolition with accuracy. Equipped with sensors, drones provide real-time data to monitor structures, detect hazards, and assess progress, reducing human exposure to high-risk areas. They also aid in inspecting inaccessible or unstable zones, ensuring operations run smoothly. By automating data collection and monitoring, drones reduce the need for manpower in dangerous environments, minimizing accidents. Their use not only streamlines demolition tasks, but also lowers costs and enhances the precision of controlled demolitions. As we witness the transformation of our cities, it becomes clear that behind every fallen structure lies a story of careful planning, safety, and innovation. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the dynamic world of demolitions. Hope you have learned something new. Feel free to ask questions and leave a thumbs up. We will see you next time.